Now before anyone says anything, yes, I bought the brand new Dayan Megaminx Pro. Now you may be asking, maybe I'm really good at Mega, which is why I bought it. Well, not really. Before anyone faster than me that cannot afford the Dayan Pro spams the comments with hate, I'd say it's worth the upgrade if you're planning to be good at Mega. I will be comparing this puzzle to the Dayan V2, which was their previous Megaminx, and was one of the 2 or 3 only viable Megaminx options on the market. Unboxing it, you get some black pieces included, which is really good, as well as some springs, which I think are a bit stronger just from squishing it compared to the ones in the cube already. Take it with a grain of salt. The logo, instead of being a sticker, is now one of these things, like just on the centerpiece. I don't know what it's called. It's red for some reason, unlike I think black from the V2, and you can't just peel it off. The size is exactly the same, which compared to other Megamixes is pretty freaking small, so keep that in mind. The weight is meant to be exactly the same, at 99 grams, which is good because it is the lightest Megaminx on the market, which makes holding it a lot more easier, meaning you could do a lot longer sessions. The biggest difference for most people, initially at least, is probably the bigger ridges. The old Dayan V2 is tiny ridges, which is why it looks so nice, but at the cost of grip. Especially when scrambling, as a beginner it could slip pretty easily, and make it hard and frustrating to scramble. Slightly bigger ridges are definitely noticeable, and do help. After using it for just a few weeks, I've gotten used to them, and they don't feel particularly jarring anymore. But that's just to a regular person. If you are a bit faster, you, just like me, will definitely notice how much more stable it is. This is due to the corner core magnets, which provide a smaller radius of attraction, or like whatever the thing's called, giving the magnets a higher distance of attraction, making the puzzle more stable. Especially on such a convex puzzle like a Megaminx, stability is key, and I found that I was turning faster due to less lockups. I was shocked by how much better it was compared to the V2, as before it came, I was slightly regretting buying it, as it may not have been that different. Speaking of not being that different, the feel. The feel of the V2 was one of my favourite things about it. It's a classic Dayan quiet, low pitch, and paired with some Mystic and Gravitas is just the best thing ever. I was afraid of the new cube losing that feeling, but I'd say it's pretty similar, which is great. Taking off the center cap, you can see some sort of adjustment system. The old one just had a screw and spring, but this one has adopted something more modern. This only adjusts the screw depth or axis distance, and not the spring strength. To change settings, you simply just turn anti-clockwise, and not the other way. To take the thing out, push down the middle nut and turn clockwise. Again, don't turn the other way. To put it back, just line up the arrows and turn it the opposite direction. One problem with this design is that when you take it apart, it is very easy for it to come loose in the centerpiece and just fall off. To fix it, take off the center cap and simply put it back on. If you don't want to deal with it, then I don't recommend taking the cube apart more than the layer. Overall, I'd say it's worth the upgrade, only if you're going to practice Megaminx a lot, since it is kinda expensive. If not, then the Dayan V2 is perfectly fine, and is also cheaper. And if you're just starting out but unsure if you'd like the event, then the Yoo-Hoo is a very, very cheap but incredible cube. I just find it too heavy, just from scrambling at comps, and the bigger size may be beneficial.